Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. William Ruto was inaugurated South constituency, Nairobi County today, where he made some very unfortunate remarks that are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. I am happy that I am the president of Kenya when things are tough, because when they are, it needs someone like me to lead. If it was someone else, Kenya would have already sunk. William Ruto, 22nd October 2023. It's very unfortunate that somebody calling himself the president can make those remarks. Very useless remarks. I want us to dig deep into this. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes. Before we dig deep into those remarks by William Ruto, let me start by asking a very simple question. Why are things tough in Kenya? Because Ruto is saying, I'm happy I'm the president of Kenya when things are tough. So the big question, why are things tough in Kenya? Who has contributed to things being tough in Kenya? So there are so many reasons or factors contributing to things being tough in Kenya. Let me just highlight a few of the main reasons. The first reason, things are tough because of corruption. Where corrupt individuals are controlling instruments of power. That's what is making things tough in Kenya. Because by them controlling the instruments of power, they are using those instruments to benefit themselves, not Kenyans. And already, in the 1 year of William Ruto's rule, we have seen some mega corruption scandals. One being the edible oil scandal, where some rogue elements in the government, with the government's permission, imported edible oil tax-free into the country. Then they sold that edible oil at an inflated price to the government. The government then sold it to brokers who are now selling it at higher prices to Kenyans. So, because of that scandal alone, Kenya lost about 10 billion Kenya shillings it could have gotten in form of taxes. And there are so many examples of corruption in this country. I've just given that one example. And who is abating all this? William Ruto being the president, he and his team are abating all that. So William Ruto is solely responsible for the toughness of things in the country. And then secondly, we have tribalism and nepotism, where if you look at government appointments are only going to some regions, to the Kalenjins and to the mountain. So you find that people who are not even qualified up to the task are being given top government positions simply because they are in the right ethnic grouping. Nepotism and tribalism, thus contributing to the toughness of things. Who is abating all that? William Ruto and his team. And then the integrity of leaders in this government. If you look at the leaders who are serving in this government, it's very clear, if not 100% of them, none actually qualifies holding a public office. They are using those public offices as spaces to enrich themselves. And even before I forget, according to Auditor General's report, Kenya has been losing part of its annual budget to corruption. In a William Ruto's regime, that figure is going up. So the toughness of life, Ruto himself is contributing to that. And I just don't know what could have happened to Kenya if William Ruto was the president in the COVID duration, rather when we had COVID. I just don't know what could have happened to this country. Having now seen that, what does this remarks by William Ruto show or mean? The remarks first confirms William Ruto is very proud. He sees himself as more clever, or rather as somebody who is the cleverest. He sees himself as the one who has got that monopoly of ideas and knowledge. He just sees other Kenyans as zombies. He thinks is cleverer. Or are the most, how can I put it? He thinks he's cleverer than any other Kenyan around. So that also is exposing him as somebody who's very proud of himself and somebody who's actually just bragging. And such kind of a person is very clear that he cannot actually seek help because he feels he's clever. He's cleverer than any other person. That's also adding to the problem. Ruto is coming out as very proud. And then secondly, it shows clearly that William Ruto's goal of becoming the president was to chest thump. It was to actually massage his ego that is actually achieved. His aim, his goal of being the president. He had no agenda at all of maybe making lives better for Kenyans. All he wanted was to massage his ego that is actually Kenya's president. So that also exposes that Kenyans are in a very big problem. They have a leader who was not there to serve them, but a leader who was just there to actually achieve his goal of becoming the president so that he could actually satisfy his ego that he beat everybody to win the presidency. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. But even before I stop, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. To those who may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Let's meet in our next analysis. Those remarks are the most useless, most unfortunate remarks coming from somebody calling himself the president.
Mama yake.
Yes. Oh yes.
Ukana ambia Maya amesema. Nikaambia Jeremia umechukua mao wapi?
Apigwe mao.
Jeremia angafanya hivyo. Jeremia angaonesha papa hivyo.
Na yeye ndiye alimuita kutoka Nairobi.
Muzaka kimbia na karatasi hivi. Tukakimbia hata hii mkuu yangu ikakuwa kiwete. Siku hizi tuutingi samaki. Jeremia akuwe mjinga na mtoto wake. Gari ya polisi ndio. Kaniweke ndani. Weka mimi ndani utaona.
Yes.
Weka ndani. Jeremia amesahau papa alikimbia na Jeremia hivi.
Akamteka mpaka.
Hivi. Akamwambia Fatuma. Jeremia amesahau papa. Itakupiga wewe. Jeremia kumbuke papa. Jeremia toka. Uniweke ndani gari ya polisi ndio. Uniweke ndani na nitoka na watu. Mimi natoka Uganda.
Na mgomba ndio kumaliza na madawa ya wanao haki na malaana. Na mimi huwa nalewa.
Nashangaa sana.
Nimeshangaa leo ndio nimeona alewangi kawaida. Uwanga amenunua samaki anachoma. Alafu anakaa pale. Mimi najua ipaka kitu. Nimeshangaa leo. Hata kama amekosa leo samaki.
Hata mnipige sasa makuma za mama yenu. Kuma za mama yenu. Jeremia aenda aombe papa msamaha.
Akidi nimemchoma.
Karatasi ilikuwa imeficha wapi? Kwa nanoko huko nyuma. Hii miguu imefura. Jeremia amekumbuka.